This wrestling episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are Nerd Corp Wrestling.
What up, everybody? It's PLE Day. You know what that means.
I believe it stands for the predicament of long extensions.
No.
No? Fuck.
No.
I thought it meant pussy levels evaporating. Makes no sense at all. It sounds tight a little bit.
No, it's Wrestle Review Day.
Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to our review of what the fuck was this called? Yeah, now I remember.
Damn, that's sad.
It doesn't really
That means
matter.
it was mid-pack. Yep.
Right. Welcome to our review of Crown Jewel. My name is Eddie Lyon, and I too won a Super Saudi Arabia Championship. With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
You are a thief of joy.
And Merson.
Say, whoa. Women getting naked in Saudi Arabia? No. It's a shame, too.
Yep. But we are the Nerd Corporation. The way that these work is we'll go match by match. We will talk about our predictions. We will talk about the results. We will talk about how we felt about the match and give the match rating system 1 to 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And then after everything, we rate the PLE as a whole. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the first match, which was surprising, but almost kind of not, was the new bloodline versus the old bloodline. I predicted that the old bloodline was going to win.
That's what I thought too.
I actually went with the new bloodline just because I felt like some crooked shit was on the way, you know?
Yeah, no, and you were right.
Yeah.
It's fun to see the Usos do their old like tag moves and stuff.
Mhm.
The match,
I enjoyed that.
The match did a really good job at telling the story of dissension between the old bloodline. So like you saw that it was like still not cool, but you know, they were working on a better purpose, you know.
It was like out of necessity, but which you know makes. So I have not been watching since Hulu decided to be assholes.
Fuck you, Hulu.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Hulu.
Fuck you, Hulu.
Sons of bitches. Anyway, so I'm not caught up whatsoever, storyline wise.
Okay.
So I just sort of went with, I just expected that it would be old bloodline that would win, but it makes sense because this is straight prediction, based on nothing, but I'm predicting that old bloodline is going to become sort of more of an anti-hero stable.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually they're going to get their shit together. Everything's going to be cool. And they're just going to be there to fuck shit up for the new bloodline. It's going to, maybe be less of a like, oh, I'm Roman Reigns and I want everything back, as opposed to just like, fuck these guys. We're just here to like cause chaos.
Right.
Yeah. And from what I've been seeing, and really I only been having YouTube, clips to kind of go off of, what I mean? Because I haven't watched any whole SmackDown or Raw in what feels like forever.
Fuck you, Hulu.
Bitch ass motherfuckers. But yeah, I did like seeing, like you said, Eddie, seeing Jay and Jimmy do tag moves together. The tension with Roman and Jay at the beginning of that match, I mean, it made sense. you know,
Right.
and that's relatable. Like that's a real thing. Like everybody's families be going through it,
Right.
arguing. You know, Thanksgiving is coming up. Motherfuckers gonna be at the table like you bitch. Like you remember that shit. Remember that shit you said last year or something. You know, it's like that or what you did.
We need some late
real.
90s WWE where they actually do that as a sketch. Just like have all of them, including Sammy,
I like that
at a Thanksgiving dinner.
I like that.
You have like Rikishi in there.
Hell yeah, sitting.
That would be great.
Like that.
Give
that
me that.
He could be
Give
like
me
the mediator.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit would be
Hornswoggle for no reason is just there. But like hiding under the table though. He's got to be hiding under the table for a bit.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu always stands out to me whenever he's in the ring, like just as a performer and a wrestler.
He just has so much physical charisma.
He really does.
Like he might really be better than all of them.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I mean, and that's why I was saying in our chat that I feel like Tongaloa and Tama Tonga might as well be interchangeable because I don't give a fuck about either one of them.
Dude, I can't take Tama Tonga seriously at all.
Like,
not at all, bro. Yeah,
but Jacob Fatu, like, yes, dude, give me that dude all day, every day.
It's very clear that he is ahead of the pack by miles.
Which is hilarious because he's the most recently added one.
Right. Well, that's the reason that they did that was because they all the Guerrillas of Destiny and Jacob Fatu, I think, all signed it around the same time. And so they didn't allow Jacob to jump in for a while because they knew he would outshine
the Gorilla. All that.
Yes. He would outshine the Tongans.
Right.
Which he did anyway.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they
without even trying.
They tried to give him a little bit of a head start. And still it didn't,
because he still hasn't barely had any promo or dialogue or nothing. But you can still see that without that. So imagine, and me and Eddie had talked about this before. Like, imagine when he starts being able to really cut promos.
Yeah,
because if you go on YouTube and you see some of his old promos,
like from GPW,
you'd be like, man, this dude is not to be played with on the mic, in the ring, nothing.
Although, and I realize this is a little bit different for Bloodline. There's a little bit more lore and history to it, but can we please enough with the jewelry rivalries?
The trinket rivalries,
please, enough.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah, dude. Bracelets and follows.
Can we please just quit with it? Bro, just like 6 months. Just give me 6 months without that bullshit.
Right.
Please.
Yeah.
Right.
I would be okay if they left that out. I'm with you, Derek.
One of the cool things that stood out for me in this match was that running spinning elbow that Jacob did. It almost reminded me of that rebound crossbody that Bray Wyatt used to do that was like super fast and super explosive.
It's kind of similar. Yeah, it's kind of a similar move.
It kind of reminded me of like a less flashy elbow version of that heel kick that R-Truth used to do.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like it was a decent enough match. At the end of it all, the Bloodline started beating up the old Bloodline, and everybody was chanting Sammy. Like everybody knew he was going to come out. And his music comes out.
Of course, yeah.
They even the odds, and then Sammy accidentally haluva kicks Roman Reigns, and more story to follow.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, just watching, Roman in there. I mean, it was kind of funny because he basically got his ass whooped the whole match.
It's true. Roman didn't look like
he didn't have a whole lot of offense. No, not at all. He didn't have a whole lot of offense, and maybe it's playing that way to further the story and you know what I mean? Because it's kind of been, from what I've been seeing on YouTube when I go check out the clips on there from SmackDown, they're most of the time they're getting the better of him.
Yeah.
Lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of in line with that.
Yep.
And I'm wondering, maybe Survivor Series is on the way. They're setting it up for him to have, maybe a major look comeback. Like, okay, they've been kicking my ass for like a month, 2 months now. I need my get back.
Right, exactly.
See, that's why I wonder, right, man.
With that.
That's why I wonder if they're gonna be like, he's just gonna keep getting his ass kicked for a minute here until the old bloodline goes, you know what, man, fuck all this. Let's bury the hatchet and let's all be pals and like have a good time and just fuck shit up. And then that's when they're gonna like get back.
Yeah, I think that's coming around War Games time.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So with our ratings, like I said, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Derek, what was your rating of the match?
I mean, I'll give it a 3. It was pretty mid, which I was so surprised that was the first match, and then after the match, I was like, I'm not surprised anymore. It was good. It was fine. There wasn't any glaringly bad anything, but there wasn't, other than Jacob Fatu, like there wasn't anything that enthralled me,
Right. No, I agree. Marcin?
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with Derek. I'm gonna give that a 3. It was just kind of, I mean, for the star power here, with Roman doing, Roman is Roman, Jay coming into his own, and he looks like a megastar now, and I thought it was telling that he came in there by himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Roman and Jimmy came out there together and he came alone. So that was telling to me, you know what I mean? Which made sense for the tension, at the beginning. So yeah, I just felt like the match was mid-pack. It was, once it was over, I was like, I understand why that was first.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, like why would all this star power not get the time I feel like it deserved,
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of felt like it was short, and it was just kind of like, damn, well, all right, there was nothing special there. With everything that's been going on and how this has been built up, nothing special happened.
Yeah, like it's weird because it seems like they're basically moving on from the importance, at least, of the bloodline rivalries and whatnot, but still building it up for some reason at the same time.
Yeah.
And just not bothering to really pay it off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I also gave it a 3. The story was built up too high for it to have ended so soon and so anticlimactic. The story after the match was good, but I feel like if we got something during that ref bump and the match was like maybe 5 minutes longer, it would have added a little extra something I feel like it was missing.
Yeah. Well, and like you said during the what was the ref bump even for?
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with fucking anything.
Yeah.
There's really no point. There's really no point to it.
Like the only reason
it was over.
Yeah, the only reason I can see them even having done it was just to go, well, maybe this will make the audience pop.
Well, even then, like, it could have been a ref bump for whatever reason, right? Like for like, oh, here, like a missed pin opportunity.
Yeah, it wasn't tied to anything.
It had nothing to do with anything.
Nothing at all. Yeah, it didn't make sense at all. It was just, I feel like it could have been executed way better than it was. And I feel like you said, a few more minutes, maybe we can flesh out the story a little bit more and make it more interesting. But yeah, it just didn't really, didn't do it for me.
Yeah. After that, we got a promo for Gunther and Cody where they talk about why one is better than the other. And I get what they were trying to do with it, but like none of this Super Saudi Arabia Championship shit was anything for me.
Yeah. No, not at all.
It was just there for whatever's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they could have
why
much
like why
rather just
even
gave
make
me
it a
the
championship? Why not make it a little trophy like they
Or
did with
yeah,
the
right,
Andre the Giant
something
Battle
like that.
Royale?
Yeah,
or just
yeah,
make it for bragging rights. Which champion was better than
Yeah.
the other one? But
yeah, yeah.
So like what? Now they got to carry
They
this
could have just
belt
had the
around
match
for a
and
fucking year?
no, they don't. They don't
no,
carry it.
it stays in Saudi
It just
Arabia.
It
It's
stays.
just gonna be on exhibition over there.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It's
That's
gonna.
Wow.
it.
Yeah, it's gonna be on exhibition at the
Hey, hey honey,
WWE experience.
I wanna go visit. I wanna go visit my belt. I'll be back in a week.
Yeah,
Is that cool? I just want to go see it.
I just want to go see my belt real
I just
quick.
want to go see it.
Yeah,
Maybe take a little picture with
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I just want to go stand in front of it. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
understand. I don't
I
understand
want
it.
to touch
Don't
it.
understand it.
I want to touch it. I want to kiss it. I'll be back.
And it looked like they spent some stupid money on the belts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Saudi Arabia got that money, so
Yeah,
they got that kind of
they
money.
put that money up for that shit.
Yeah, they've got
Yeah,
plenty.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hell yeah,
Like we'll just sell a little bit more oil,
yeah,
make a new
yeah.
belt, whatever.
No
Right.
naked women at all.
Yeah.
But here's this
Well, and
$1 million.
that's why the belt is so big, is just to cover, just in case any skin showed.
It's just to
This'll
cover it
this'll cover
cover
it.
your whole goddamn body. Yep.
because that shit looks like a fucking girdle, bro. Like that shit
For
It
looks.
does, bro.
real.
That shit
It
is
looks
crazy.
a giant's wristwatch that we are just wearing
Oh yeah.
as
Yeah,
clothing.
yeah, yeah. Fuck, man. Fuck.
So next we have the four-way tag team match. Damage Control, Io Sky and Kyrie Sane versus Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair for the women's tag team titles. My prediction was that Jade and Bianca were going to retain.
Same here.
I mean, I didn't really make a prediction, but right now that's what my prediction would be. Because
Yeah.
like they haven't done anything with any of those people.
Yeah. The match started out like it was going to be fast paced, but ended up slowing down like after a couple of minutes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was strange because like they started off all high octane and like ready to
Yeah.
go,
Mhm.
and then it just
Yeah.
kind of like whittled around. I forgot who it was that did it. Like they did like this like turnaround, like Edge-O-Matic, mat slam or whatever, but it looked like this just like that setup. Like it was set up
Mhm.
almost like a sling blade, but with a stop to it.
Oh,
And that shit had like that shit was
Yeah.
kind of weird.
yeah.
One of the other things I don't understand
Yeah.
was why they were trying to make Kyrie Sane look like some kind of powerhouse high flyer type. Like she had them both like in a like in an arm drag and
Uh-huh.
like in a arm twist, and then like she did
Mhm.
like this flying thing off the ropes into like this arm drag. But Kyrie's like the littlest one there,
Yeah.
and I was just like, just give her the high flyer shit that everybody else gets. Like,
Yeah.
you don't
Right.
have to make her look strong. You just have to make her look fast and effective.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I've been saying this, I feel like for months about these matches. It's just when they a lot of the moves look sloppy and
Mhm.
they're executed like prematurely almost. It almost looks like the timing be off on a lot of these matches. Even the spots where they try to have people shine,
Mhm.
it's like, damn, like that didn't even look like EO gave I forget who it was, but she gave somebody the weakest German suplex I might have ever seen.
Oh yeah. She had this like, well, she tried to bridge it, and
Yeah,
I think she like lost some footing or something,
yeah,
but she fell in slow motion.
right. And it was just like it was
like
so
like
soft.
Blanca in Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's crazy because she like grabbed her. She did the suplex,
Mm-hmm.
but then like how they look when they're bridged up. They look like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right.
And then she
Yeah.
kind of fell on her back like this.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was just like, what is happening? I saw Jade threw a kick, and I don't remember who. There was so many fucking people in the ring. I don't even remember who she threw the kick at, but the kick didn't even touch. It was clear to tell that the kick didn't even touch.
Oh yeah, the kick didn't even make it. There was like
didn't
this,
even. It was so
like
much space. Yeah, it was like, dude,
Oof.
like what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Someone who was solid the whole match there though was Piper Niven. And I feel like she is so good and hardly ever gets an opportunity to shine.
Yeah. And they're not gonna. I feel like unfortunately she's gonna keep getting pushed to the back of the line.
Well, yeah,
because there's too many other women out there right now that they would rather pay
well, yeah,
attention
because
to or make
she doesn't
stars
stand
other
out
than
in
her.
the ways they want her to stand out.
Right.
Like,
Mhm.
well,
Exactly.
you're not tall. You are fat. Like, sorry, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the back of the card.
Right.
Body
Right.
shaming
The bottom of the
WWE.
card.
Yeah.
Right.
If you a big girl, you got to be tall. Like, you got to be 6'2" and shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know,
And
which I think
it
is
doesn't
bullshit.
hurt to be Samoan.
Right.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Grandfather in, motherfucker. Like every
Right.
time, you know.
Yep.
So it's just
I don't know. It's crazy.
More mid pack.
Out of this match, I feel like Lash Legend and Jade Cargill would make a banger match.
I believe so. A one-on-one match between them two, because they both strong, powerful. You know, both got ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like that and when that short little segment when they was matched up with each other was kind of one of the high points.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree.
Because it looked like it's like, oh, I would like to see them in a fist fight.
Did-
I would love to see who actually won that. You know what I'm saying?
Have either of you ever seen that anime? I don't remember what it's called, where bitches just fight with their ass.
No.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't remember, but like
But
like I saw a clip of it somewhere. I don't remember where, and I laughed my ass off.
I'm gonna have to look
But like,
it up.
but like they battle, and like their primary weapon is like fucking their ass. Like,
That's funny.
that sounds like that would be a great episode.
The real
those
highlight,
two.
really, the real highlight of this was Lash Legend with the drag show hair though, for real. I was like, when she walked out there, I was like, yo, that is a total drag queen
Right.
hairstyle.
And I was saying in the chat too, I was like, Lash Legend even sounds like a drag name.
It does. Oh, it does. God damn it.
I want y'all to know I am the Lash Legend. All y'all's lashes. All y'all's lashes be fucking up. Mine's on point.
Like, I'm that bitch. Yeah,
I am that bitch.
Deep ass voice having motherfucker.
I'm that bitch.
I'm that bitch. Don't you ever play with me.
That's
funny as hell. Oh my god.
That alley-oop insane elbow that Damage Control did was really cool. The Code Breaker senton was really dope when Chelsea Green, I forgot who it was that she grabbed, but she grabbed them into a Code Breaker and held the Code Breaker.
And Piper came, with that looked like it's nice. You gotta execute that right, or you fucking up some knees and and some backs and shit.
Bianca and Jade won with the Doomsday device, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
If that ends up being their like tag finisher, I really wouldn't mind that at all. Like I think they both have that strength and like the power to like pull it off.
For sure.
Derek, what would you rate the match?
I don't feel comfortable rating it just because this was when I was off getting my hair did. So I only got to watch.
Bitch over here.
Damien,
I got my lashes did too. I am the Lash Legend. No, but so I only saw like the beginning couple minutes and then the very end. So
okay,
I
got you.
I'll take a scratch on it.
I'll be honest, man. 2, man.
2.
I just like you did name a couple of the spots that were good, but I just overall it's just like these they got to clean these women's matches up, man. Especially if they're gonna keep talking that shit like, oh, the best women's division in the motherfucking history of pro wrestling and all that shit.
Right. No, you're good.
If you're gonna say that, the matches got to be clean and they can't be sloppy and they can't, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. They gotta fix something. They gotta fix something.
Okay.
So yeah.
I gave the match a 2.5. It felt slow and fast paced, and at the same time, you know what I mean? Like it was weird because they had this like mid pace that just kind of went through the whole match.
It was slow-mo at 1.5 speed.
Right.
Yeah.
There was way less botching than I thought there would be, though. And the match was entertainment, but it was very predictable. Like there was no point in that match where I thought Jade and Bianca were going to lose those belts.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So that's why I gave it a 2.5.
Yep. Okay.
So the next match was Big Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins. I predicted that Seth was going to win.
I did as well.
I have no prediction on this one.
Right. Did you were down here?
It took a while.
You are the last legend.
My haircut took a while. I mean, he had to like clean up my beard, and my hair was fucking halfway down my back. So
Damn. Still can't fix your fucking face, but
it takes, little wins.
It makes it a little bit less, at least I look less homeless.
Got you.
It was like Dallin said on our TikTok. Is that Gramps Derek over there?
Gramps Derek.
It is.
Oh, that's funny as hell. I love it.
I had zero emotion or like any kind of investment into this match.
Right.
Yeah. Bronson Reed came out and he had like this MF Doom gear.
That was dope.
He had like MF Doom's face on the front, and on the back it said Reed on it in that MF Doom writing. The fight before the bell, I think, was probably the most like entertaining part of that whole match.
Agree. Him getting body slammed into them chairs out there outside.
Oh, you saw those welts
outside the barrack. Yeah, that was. I'm like, damn, should he be taking that? Like, I'm just like, bro, like this man got a history of back problems. Like, why would you agree to fucking get slammed in the chest like that? That shit is.
I feel like, and I don't understand why, but I feel like WWE has absolutely no idea what to do or what they want to do with Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
No, they're just going, I don't know, let's try this.
Trying shit, throwing shit at the wall and seeing what
It boggles my mind. Like, there are so many cool rivalries that they could do, and they're just like,
Well, it's crazy. I think is what's weird about that is he looks good in like everything. Like that shit they was doing with him and Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
That shit was lit. That was some of the most entertaining shit that I was seeing on the clips, of Raw. So it was like, but then Braun Strowman got hurt, and he's out for a minute. So I'm like, okay, well, they got to figure out some other shit to do, So okay, I kind of get the thought process of what they were trying to do. Okay, let's pair him with, somebody like Seth, who is known to have good matches with everybody.
He's a big name anyway.
Big name season, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll raise Bronson's profile a little bit if we put him with him. It was kind of random, how they brought it to be, but at the same time, it's like I kind of maybe understood it a little bit. Like, let's go out here and give him 28 tsunamis and damn near kill him, just because I want to make a name for myself, type shit.
Right.
Okay, I got that. But yeah, I still do feel like after this, like, where are they gonna go?
Yeah, like, where does Bronson Reed's character go from here?
Like, do you want a Seth Rollins trilogy for Braun? Like, I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
Like, I think this is cool little. This might be a cool little one-off, and on to the next. but then it's like leaves him still in limbo if that happens. So I don't know,
Right.
man. But
Yeah.
he's talented though.
He
And
is. He's very
as a big
talented.
man, like big men, you compare him to other big men, the Vaders, the Bam Bam Bigelows, these guys, like he's got the skill level to do the same things, but they got to figure out where to place him.
And then I love the comparison you made, Bam Bam Bigelow and the Vaders, because he's
Yeah,
right there in that vein. He's in
absolutely.
that vein of these aggressive, daunting, super powered big men
Yeah.
that not only are big and imposing, but are also quick and agile.
Yeah.
And
Like, because well, and here's my problem with whatever it is they're gonna want to do is that every time they mention Bronson Reed, they act like he's this big giant menace, which would be true if they fucking booked him like that any time in the past fucking year until now. Because now when it matters, you can't just plug and play because you haven't built him the way that you should have already.
right,
You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
And it just
Yeah.
really bothers me, like, because they fucking should have. There's no reason that he shouldn't be this looming presence that just fucks shit up randomly throughout the card. Like it's
Yeah.
insane that they've just sort of let him not even dwindle, but just sort of be hanging out listless in the wind until they're like, I don't know, let's do something with him.
Just plateaued. Like he's really just
Yeah.
he's just
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. By mid-match, I was so ready for this match to be over. Like I was. It was just like, okay, we get it. You're the powerful one. Seth is the one that everyone's rooting for. Let's that story is always told within the WWE, but
Yeah.
like there's always some kind of excitement. There's always some kind of like investment for it. And for
Right.
me, it just wasn't there.
Not
Well,
at
yeah,
all.
I mean,
Not
because
at
think
all.
about this, right? Compared to a Daniel Bryan match.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you can put him with anyone and he is that underdog, that scrappy person. Like it's kind of hard to see Seth that way because they've had him built up for
Yeah.
so long.
He's been the
You
man
can't
forever. Yeah.
like you can want him to win, but like you can't really feel that like that underdog like
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah. I mean, it was predictable, bro. It was like we knew exactly how this was gonna turn out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even with the ending, we were discussing a little bit earlier. But the super stomp off of the top, when that's how Seth won the match. And then, you were talking about how Bronson Reed, Eddie, you were talking about how Bronson Reed just got straight up after that,
Right.
And I'm like, okay, like I can see what they trying to do, but was that the best move? I don't know. Like,
right.
Because I don't know what that does for Seth. And I can maybe see what it does for Bronson, but still, when we get to Raw on Monday, what the fuck is next?
Right. No, and that was going to be like my next point. So the match is over. Seth stomps Bronson into the steel steps that he was going to use to hit Seth with. Then he comes in and Seth does another stomp on him and then climbs the ropes and does a super stomp to win the match. The moment that he comes out of the ring, Bronson Reed's already on his feet.
Yeah. See, and I do find that ridiculous because if you're going to attack Bronson Reed physically, obviously that's not going to have much effect on him. But if you stomp, I don't care how big a dude is, if you stomp his fucking head into the ground, that should have an effect. Like you can't just no sell that.
Right, exactly. And that was the thing. And that was the thing that bothered me, I think, the most about it was because if you want Bronson Reed to be this big, imposing figure, you should have let him win the match.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. You know what I mean? Like if you want him to be this steamrolling fucking Braun Strowman Vader type of person, you shouldn't let him win that match.
Yeah.
Him beating the hero at this point would have been such a big like
To the moon.
Yeah,
To the
exactly.
moon. And yeah, and you're absolutely right about that, Eddie. I feel like they should have gave Bronson this one because Seth winning this match ain't gonna do shit for Seth.
And that's
Seth
what
has already
to
been to the mountaintop, and you did make that point earlier, Derek. Like he's already been the man forever. He's already had all the championships. He's done everything. He's
but he doesn't currently have a championship. He's not currently going for a championship.
Right.
So it's no skin off his back to lose this
at
match.
all. Nothing. Like he would have lost nothing.
Yeah.
And Bronson Reed would have gained
everything.
Probably everything by Monday. Like by Monday, they would have been like, oh shit. Like Bronson Reed beat Seth Rollins.
You
know, like that might give him contention for the world heavyweight championship. Like you beat the probably, with the new world heavyweight championship, probably the best man to hold that so far, up to this point. That's like automatic. Yeah, he's in the picture now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know what the thought process was with that, but I just think, I think Bronson should have won. And I think it would have helped him tremendously. And Seth winning doesn't do anything. Because what now? Like, like what now? In both cases, what now?
Yeah. So I gave the match a 3.5. I think that with all of that and everything we just talked about, it really doesn't do anything. Like I feel like this was the filler match. This was the popcorn match, the match you use to go to get food or go to the bathroom or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. 3.5. The beginning of the match before the bell, like you said earlier, was entertaining. When the match actually started, it was just kind of like, all right, I already know what's gonna happen here,
Yeah.
And it was just it was predictable, and I don't think anybody is any better off after it. I don't think it's, it was there. No investment in it, like you said earlier. Yeah, it's just whatever.
Yep.
So 3.5.
I'm not gonna rate this one either. I mean, based on the results, I would, just overall call it down the road and say 3. But in terms of the match itself, I was still getting my haircut, so I can't comment on. I can't comment.
Throw that hair back, boy.
Dude, it was crazy too, because he just went in and just just cut off massive swaths of hair, and then it was just this giant pile. It was so much hair.
Let me ask this real quick. When was the last time you got your hair cut before
that? Probably I want to say like a year and a half ago, maybe, like somewhere around there.
Okay.
So yeah, I had let it go for a while.
Had the locks, baby.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. All right. I was just curious about that.
So next we have Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax for the Women's Super Saudi Arabia Greatest Showdown Championship.
Indeed.
My prediction was that Nia was going to win.
Yep. I thought Nia was going to win too.
I would have figured that myself. Since it's not for anything, it doesn't do anything for anyone. I figured they'd probably give it to Nia, but
dude, the graphic of the golden camels pulling the belt. I was like, damn, that's a little on the nose, don't you think? Like,
they really pushing some.
It makes me wonder if maybe somebody asked them for it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, could you
incorporate this on the somebody paid that.
Really want some camels up in there, could you?
Right.
But I'm just fucking. I'm just sorry, Eddie. I was just thinking about that the Dave Chappelle, the Dave Chappelle shit when he was Black President Bush,
Oh, uh-huh.
right? And he was like trying to get that oil. Uh-huh. I was just thinking about that shit. But go ahead.
The match started off pretty half paced. The match started off pretty fast paced. Nia's Samoan drop is super clean looking. I feel like she's on par with Jacob Fatu for that pop up Samoan drop. It's perfect.
Oh yeah.
Another thing I really liked about this match is that this match is a really good example about how not every match where there are two wrestlers of different sizes doesn't have to be like a David versus Goliath story. Like
Right.
they both looked really capable of winning. They both looked like they were evenly matched, and they both executed their moves really good, actually. I think like this was the match that kind of started to turn it around for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the story at the end too with Tiffany Stratton and Dominic and Raquel Rodriguez and all of them really added to that to just like the air of the whole match.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. This was definitely the most entertaining match of the up to that point.
Mhm.
I think I mean Liv and Nia did what they were supposed to do. They executed things pretty well. You know what I mean? And then, Tiffany Stratton, who's been the X factor in all of this shit,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
and and makes and really contributes to making things more entertaining for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And with Dom and Raquel getting involved and the whole like teasing the cash in and and even on SmackDown, um, I saw the clip of her talking to Nia and Liv, talking about both of y'all was starting to piss me off and shit. I was like, oh, like she's getting a little fire. I like that. Like
That
I like
Texas
I
was
like
coming
I
out of
want to
her.
see I want to see Tiffany
Yeah,
Stratton
well,
like
and I've been waiting for that
yeah,
too.
I
Like,
want to see that. I want to see more of that.
yeah.
Like, cause she comes out there with the little cutesy little Barbie shit and all that. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that fat ass.
yeah, she got
Can't forget the
she
fat
got a nice
ass.
she got a nice body, dog. She got a nice little, you know what I'm saying? Ludwig Kaiser is,
Oof.
probably I know he knocking her block off, like, but yeah, like I want to see more of that from her, and I hope that was kind of a prelude to seeing
Yeah.
more of that from her. And but yeah, I mean, overall, this was it was an entertaining match, man. Like with everything involved, Dom, doing what Dom does, fucking everybody's shit up. He's starting to look more like Eddie every fucking time I see him.
Right.
I think he had a little soul patch cracking too. Like
I don't remember.
There
I think I
there
saw
must
him a
have been
little
there must
like,
have been something to that paternity
bro.
test,
They
man.
really trying to do it, dog. Like, cause
Well, even on that Chris Van Vliet interview that they did,
yes, bro.
he was they were still like
Yeah,
oh, maybe Eddie,
yeah. He,
maybe
he's he's so player with the shit. Like I gotta give it to him because when he does these interviews, he's so smart with like
That's
in
too
tune with
funny.
that. Like he's like, yeah, I got to question my mom. Like I don't know, like like he's like one day I just saw Eddie's boots like at the bottom of the stairs, and I was like, yo, like what's going on? Like like yeah, like he's playing into this shit so well. I got to give it to him, man.
one of the things sidetrack, but like one of the things that I'm loving about these wrestler interviews lately is that they're kind of keeping kayfabe a little.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
They're just like they're leaning into the kayfabe part of it, and I
yeah.
really like
I
that.
like that. I like that. They're bringing that back, and that's an element of pro wrestling that I always thought was dope. That they lost for a while.
Mhm.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, because like and I understand it, but I also at the same time go, okay, yes, we do live in this digital world where
Mhm.
anyone can find anything they want, and
Yep.
we
Yep.
know the reality of what's going on, but
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that there aren't people who either A, want to fully ignore that part and only know the kayfabe.
Right.
But additionally, it's not like there aren't people who don't want both, you know?
Right.
Like, we
Right.
can still enjoy the shit out of the story
Mm-hmm.
and know that it's not reality. Like, we can still
Yeah.
indulge in the kayfabe
Right.
while knowing that there's other stuff.
Right.
You know?
You can have the balance. And I'm getting ahead a little bit, and I'm not gonna spend too much time here on that because we'll get to it. But I think how they're doing a good job of that, what you just said, Derek, right now, is the whole Kevin Owens Cody thing. Like kind of how they brought that to the forefront. Like it was like a social media thing. You know, like he attacked him, you know, in the backstage area of the, what was it, Bad Blood, I believe, the last PLE.
Yeah.
So and it was strictly that, and it was like, oh, people found out about it, like on social media.
Right.
And then they played it out like, you know, they got Kevin Owens like sitting in his car in the dark, you know, saying, you know, WWE's like won't let me say this and that. It's like, okay, I like that. Like, that's dope, and that's toting the line of like, yeah, we still got kayfabe here.
Yeah, and then you can have people do documentaries and shit like
we're
that
doing it. We're using the digital shit to get that off.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a smart way to do that. So, but anyway, back to the match at hand. Did we do the ratings yet? Did we?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So I'll say 3.75 on this one. More entertaining than anything we saw previously. At this PLE, and yeah, I like what Nia's doing. I've been a big, you know, fan of what she's been doing recently. You know, Liv is doing she's still on this whole thing that she's doing, the revenge tour shit. You know, she's turned it all the way up with that, you know, and I like that. Bringing Raquel back into the fold. It looks like she fits now. It like before it was kind of questionable, you know, especially at that last what was it, Bad Blood. It was kind of like, hey, that shit, when she came in, it looked like it didn't go the way it was supposed to.
Yeah.
But this, like here, it was like, okay, the way she's getting involved is making sense. You know, the way Dom does his thing, he's perfect at that. You know, it's the same shit Eddie was doing. It's just like, it's perfect. So yeah, I'll say 3.75 on that one. And and it was entertaining.
Yeah, I agree. That was my rating. It was 3.75. The match was entertaining. The wrestling was solid. The story happening on the side helped. Overall, just super solid match.
And this is one that I think basically from here is where I was planning on picking back up on it when I'm allowed to watch replay. Fuck you, Peacock.
Oh yeah, you gotta catch it. If you don't catch it, you gotta wait probably like an hour.
Well, yeah, because like fucking instead, like if you go and look at it, there's the pre-event, right?
Yep.
And that has its own separate thing. But the post-event is just run right into the live.
Yeah, right.
And so it's fuck you, Peacock. But no, like I mean, I'm super high on Nia now that, you know, she's taken steps to correct and improve, and so I'm really stoked about that. I've always been super stoked on Liv. So like, yeah, this is the match where like I really want to pick back up, and I mean, I'm sure I'll probably just watch them all because, you know, I like punishing myself, but but this is the one where I really wanted to like pick back up because I think they're both great. I feel like Raquel is better as like a bad bitch side instigator, you know, like
enforcer muscle.
I like that role for her. It fits. It fits
exactly.
She's tall and she's imposing and shit, and she's strong. Like it makes sense, you know?
Yeah. Like, I mean, even just even just like riling somebody else up and be like, did you hear what the fuck she just said?
Right.
Like
Right.
even just something like
Yeah.
that, I feel like
Yeah.
fits her to a T.
For sure.
And you know, so
For
I
sure.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super stoked. I mean, I'm always psyched to see Dom, of course.
Yeah.
So
Dom's
yeah,
killing, man.
yeah.
Dom is killing. He's like a
He
couple
doesn't
years,
even, he doesn't
man.
even have to do anything.
He don't. He
Like,
just got to come out there, chew his gum and shit with the mullet and the now the soul patch and the mustache.
can you imagine
And
how much everybody else is like, fuck you?
Right,
yeah,
like everybody
yeah,
in the back is just like people like that crave that kind of heat. Like
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
nobody right now
Yeah,
has
like,
heat like
Nobody.
Dominic Mysterio.
It's
Nobody.
wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you know, like I almost wonder, like this is something I'm super curious about. Like, do you think that everybody involved in this match, you know, watched the matches before, of course, and sat there going, I guess it's up to us.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, right. Because yeah, like what
we
do you
gotta
have to
pick
go
this
off of?
shit up, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah. This is definitely a highlight of the
Hell yeah.
night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really psyched to watch it myself because
It's
I
yeah,
already that's you know already where I was thinking I wanted to pick up,
yeah.
and so that makes me psyched.
Before we get into the next few matches, since you're on YouTube watching us, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell notification. That's how we get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and it's with your help. Please just comment whatever you want. Like, even if you think our predictions and our opinions are dumb and you think we're dumb for them, type it in there.
Tell me how
You're a
much you like
hoe
my
for it,
lashes.
right? You're a hoe for it. But
That's what I got to say to him.
all right.
Tell me how much you love my lashes.
Right.
They're on point. You know it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You got to talk about Derek looking like a Kings of Leon band member. You have to talk about it.
It's true. It's true.
Don't say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch. Uh, we have merch, redbubble.com/nerdcourt podcast. Get all of our sayings and logos and everything on anything from mugs to shower curtains to frames and all that good stuff. We've partnered with Dubby. Go to dubby.gg and enter promo code NERDCORP to get 10% off everything site-wide, I think.
Test it out. Tell
Just
us.
let us
See
know.
what happens. See what happens, baby.
We're on TikTok now. Go search for us, Nerd Court Podcast. Check out clips from our episodes. Comment on there, share them. We follow everybody back. So go ahead and give us a follow.
Especially if you got ass.
Especially if you
I'm following that every time.
Well, I guess I better get a TikTok then.
Hey.
I got ass. I got ass. I got
Both
lashes and asses.
Damn. Ass leg.
If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcourt podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. Venmo and Cash App coming soon. So, our next match is Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I predicted that Kevin was going to win.
I said Randy was gonna win.
So I know absolutely nothing about what's going on with this situation. I mean, I assume obviously that this has sort of come up in the last month or so.
Well, yeah. So Kevin Owens does that whole thing with Bad Blood, where the fan catches him, turning on Cody Rhodes, and long story short of it all, Orton sides with Cody, and so that pisses Kevin off, and
Gotcha.
Kevin's like, "Fuck you! You chose Cody Rhodes over me," and
he's cuter.
So he pretty much is just like, yeah, everybody says I turn on my partners and I turn on my friends, but they're the ones that turned on me. And then this is what
fucking narcissist.
Right.
I'm the victim.
Yeah,
Right.
bro. But I love heel Kevin Owens though.
Oh, heel Kevin is one of my
Always.
favorite.
Like I can't like even
Always.
when he's a good guy, it's almost like I just want you to punch your partner in the face.
Yeah,
Or like
See-
whoever you friends with, just beat him up because
Well, and
it,
I like.
it don't work for me.
I mean, I've liked him as a face, like as a baby face. Just when he's beating the shit out of everyone, like
when he's like the
what was it?
anti-hero.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
that was
like a
cool.
couple months ago, like maybe almost 4 or 5 months ago, really, when he was like, let's just go punch something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
did
I
like
did
that.
that.
That
I
was
like
good.
that. Yeah.
That was probably the best babyface time for him, But like before that, I was just like, I don't see that. I just look at that dude and I'm like, nah, bro, you're not a nice guy.
yeah, you're
You
not.
need to be mad at shit.
Yeah, you're Wolverine. You're
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
Like,
shit show. Yeah.
So it ended up being a no contest. The match didn't even start.
Now that was fucking stupid.
That was super stupid. Right off the bat, though, Kevin wearing the Cowboy Bob Orton shirt was just like a
bro.
That's nice.
That's what I'm saying. This is why
nice.
he's got to be a heel because that shit right there. I'm just like, oh, that's genius.
Yeah,
that's genius, man.
Oh, super genius. The decibel beater made its comeback.
Oh,
God, that stupid ass thing, bro. God damn it! And now every especially every foreign arena is singing the shit out of Randy Orton theme song. His entrance music. So like,
right.
Like they put that. I thought it was over for that. I thought it was dead for the decibel meter, right?
Yeah.
And Randy came out there. Everybody started singing this shit, and there it went. And I was like, "You motherfucker!"
And I kind of blame Randy a little bit because he was
he
was the one that was like, "Oh, now you sing my song."
Yeah.
So now everybody's gonna sing his song.
Everybody's gonna do it. Yeah.
It's all his fault.
It is. And I like that everybody's singing it, but I don't give a fuck like what the decibel meter is. Like,
get the fuck out of here.
So dumb. But no, go ahead.
Yeah. So the match kind of starts, right? There's chair shots and they start taking the match outside and everything's cool. Like, I like what they're doing out there. I just didn't want them to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted a match. Like, and like Kevin Owens and Randy Orton going at it would have been such a banger.
Like, it would have made more sense to have the Bloodline match do that than this match.
Right. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. It was because I mean, like you said too, Eddie, what they were doing was entertaining. Like it was a good fight. Like it was like, oh yeah, this is what we want to see. But let's make this legit and let's get a winner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, I will say it does make some sense in that if we're going for a even a somewhat long-standing rivalry, and this is at the beginning of that, this is where you don't want to do that later down the road. You know?
No, that's a good point.
That does make sense. You're right.
So, I mean, if they're looking long term, it totally makes sense to do it here.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's what really fucked it up though.
Like maybe at a Raw.
Yeah.
Right. Here's what really fucked it up though. So they're doing all the fighting, they're doing their thing, they're getting to the crowd, all that's happening, whoopie whoop. Fucking Kevin Owens hits Randy with I guess that was like a little mini briefcases. I don't know what the fuck that was. He was hitting them with like something like whatever they put the mics in or something. I don't know what the fuck that was, but he hit him with it like a good 4 or 5 times. Laid him on the table, went up, the stairs and got up on the rail. Did a fucking elbow drop. As soon as he did the elbow drop, they cut to an ad,
and then it was over. Like it was
done.
Yeah,
it was done. It was like, hold up.
There was like 10 minutes. No, there was like 10 minutes of fighting. And then, and I'm like, oh, okay. So now what are they going to do next?
Right. And then it just fades out. And then here's Bianca Belair and Cardi B,
Yeah.
Wow.
Mind you, I love me some Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying? Like, this great. Girl's pretty as hell. Beautiful. Why the fuck would you do that and not even really know that it's over?
That's fucked up.
Right. It was crazy. It was crazy. That's
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's some raw shit too. Like,
yeah,
it really was,
you
though.
come back from break. All right, well, that match is over. So,
and that's exactly how they did
That's
it.
exactly what it was.
That is
bro.
so fucked.
It was the dumbest shit ever. I'm like, yo, and why would you do that with this?
Yeah. With something.
This is Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Like, this is grudge match for blood.
Some
you know what I mean?
Bullshit.
Yeah,
it really is.
It looks so fucking. It looked so Monday Night Raw, bro. It really did. It was like, yo, I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus.
It was dumb. My rating for this was 2.7 to 5. It had the potential of being a really good match, and I was kind of hoping it would turn everything around. This like mid PLE that we are having so far, and it ended up being really short and underwhelming.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll give that shit a 2.5, man. I was just like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like why would that, like, literally them cutting that shit the way they did made it 10 times worse.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
It because before that, it could have been, even if it would have continued to be a no contest. Okay, cool. But to do that and then come back and then it's done, it's just like, yo, like, what are y'all, like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like, who's in charge of this?
Yeah,
that was terrible.
I'm gonna say a 1 just because that is some Bush League broadcasting bullshit.
Yeah, it
was trash, bro.
That's like
trash, bro.
That, I mean, I would expect that to see, or I would have expected to see that on some like bullshit, like fledgling indie promotion that doesn't know what they're doing yet. Like,
right, exactly.
Insanity.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad.
Sucked so
much. It was so bad. I was like, yo, y'all can't be serious.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, 2.5, dog.
All right. Our next match is Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade versus LA Knight for the US title. My prediction was that LA Knight was going to win.
LA Knight also.
Yeah. But I would have been happy if any three of them would have won. Like,
absolutely. I think all of them is great.
Andrade,
Carmelo's insanely talented. Andrade's proven that he's one of the, I mean, honestly, if we just talk about ring skill, he's one of the best in the business.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And that's not just now. That's been for some years.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Even when he was in NXT, his first go around, it was like, yeah, this dude is different. Like,
oh yeah, dude, him and Aleister Black, that fucking match.
Oh my god, I remember that match.
That's a classic, dude.
Oh my god, one of the best NXT matches you'll ever watch. Like, one of the best matches really you'll ever watch in anything. That shit was a clinic, bro.
This match was super entertaining. Like the most entertaining match to that point,
by far.
Everything was fast paced. Everything was energetic. Every move was just expertly executed. I mean, that reverse Spanish fly that they did off of the second rope.
Oh my god! They like and the way everything is paced, like, and still so crispy. With all it, because I mean they Carmelo and Andrade had that the best of 7 series thing going on.
Yep.
And every time, I'm seeing that, I'm like, yo, they killing this.
Oh, yeah.
They smoking this shit.
Oh, yeah.
This is clearly like 2 of the most talented guys in the locker room.
Absolutely.
And showcasing what they do best. And they got amazing chemistry. Even in LA Knight in the mix too. Like, all of them have great chemistry together. Andrade's moveset, just like every time I see him do that, like he does that moonsault, lands on his feet, and then does another moonsault. Like, I'm just like, the timing and the body control and like
it's just the fluidity.
Like everything you need to have to do that. I'm just like amazed by that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, Jesus Christ, like that shit is wild. Carmelo, the way he does things, like like high flying, high impact. It's like, and then you got LA Knight, who is just his presence like in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like the people are still behind that guy. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm waiting for him for that shit to fizzle out, and it's not fizzling out.
No,
Like people
he's
are
still super over.
he's still super over, bro. And it's just like, and even him, like he had a little kind of botchy situation in the match where he tried to jump on the top rope and did
But yeah,
the German
there were two
suplex
people there already.
already. Yeah,
There's like
it was kind of
such
like
little space.
yeah. I'm like, yo, when he did that, I was like, man, the fact that he's even trying that,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like I respect that. And even with him kind of flubbing it a little bit, he still recovered nicely, delivered the move, and made it look great.
Yep.
Yeah, in a very smooth ass way too.
Yeah,
like
it didn't even bother me.
Yeah, there
I was
wasn't
like, shit,
anything
like, who
awkward
cares?
about it
Like
whatsoever.
the fact that he did that was nuts to me anyway. So
Yep.
it was just like, the double elbow that he did.
Oh yeah,
Like it was so
good.
clean. Like it was like, yo, this is by far the best match of the night. Easily, no doubt, no question asked at all. Like
Yeah.
they killed that.
Yep. I gave this a 4. Just for all the reasons that you stated, Merson. Like, this was the kind of energy I wanted out of every match. This was the kind of like explosiveness and like importance that I wanted out of every match, especially for the caliber of PLE that we were going for. The Saudi Arabia fucking big time whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, I wouldn't have cared who won, but I'm happy that LA Knight won, and it was just a solid match.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this one a 4.25 actually, because I was really impressed, man. Like I'm really like I'm fans of all of them, Even LA Knight, like from maybe a couple years ago, turned me into a fan. I might not have really understood it at first, but the more time went on and the more I seen that the crowd just was behind him and they stayed behind him, and just him rising it through the ranks, like I'm just like, yeah, he deserves what he's doing. And then even knowing his history, going back to when he was in TNA and all that shit, like, yeah, dude earned them stripes, bro. And
oh, absolutely.
And yeah, he deserves like all of them deserve to be champions, like all of them. So like you said, I wouldn't have gave a fuck who won this match. Like all of them is deserving to carry that belt. But yeah, I love the chemistry all of them have. Like you could put any of them in a match against each other anywhere, and that shit is gonna go up. And yeah, for that, 4.25 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I should really rate it because I only came back in. This is the match I came back in on, but I only came in at the botch, which was like right at the end of the match.
Yeah, that was literally like one of the last things to happen.
Yeah. So I don't know that I should rate it, and I'm definitely wanting to go back and watch the whole thing. But
definitely, if you're gonna watch any of them, this
definitely
one would be the one to watch.
Yeah,
definitely
I mean, I'm gonna start at the Jax Live match and just watch straight on from there. But but yeah, no, I mean, I like you all know, I've been a huge LA Knight supporter from the word go once Maximum Male Models broke up.
When he stopped being what was it? What was he, Max
Dupree or
Max Dupree,
yeah,
right?
Max Dupree, yeah.
I mean, even then he was entertaining as the character, but like there just wasn't much for him to do, but like and I'll say one other thing too about I mean, just his title run, like the fact that they've kept it on him this long.
Yeah.
I truly think that they are going to leave it on him for a hot minute. And I think that this title run is basically WWE going, well, let's see how you do with a title. And then let's look at
if
how we can
get
angle that into other bigger titles later.
Yeah.
And I think it's going as well as LA Knight could ever have wanted it to. And so I think it's going to be huge for him later, which I'm excited about.
Yeah,
and what I know from every wrestler's interview I done ever watched and not, if the people are behind you, you always got a shot.
Yeah. Yep.
And the people have been behind him for a couple
especially
years
if you
now.
look how he looks.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
Because there's a Daniel Bryan, the people are behind him.
Yeah.
But he's still not who they want to succeed, like WWE.
Right. You're right.
But like LA Knight has got the people behind him, and he's got the look that they crave.
He has like you can see him. You can see him in like being a star of an action movie.
Oh yeah.
Like he has that going for him.
Yeah.
So and of course WWE loves that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think
I feel like that's the final box that they wanted him to tick, and he's like ticking it so fucking hard.
I can see in the future. I can see him getting that shot. I can see it, man. And I'm a believer now. Like I think he's deserving of it as well. So
absolutely,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Well,
salute to him.
Now we come to our main event. Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the Super Saudi Arabia Greatest Showdown Championship.
A slobber knocker.
The greatest Royal Rumble fucking was all the Saudi. I'm just thinking every Saudi pay-per-view.
That's why
the greatest Royal Rumble. That was the stupidest shit ever. But go ahead. Yeah, let's keep going.
My prediction was that Cody was gonna win.
Yeah. I said Cody too.
This match had like a great technical showing. Like it was a very classic match. And
old school.
Both of these guys know how to tell that story super well. You know, the methodical heel versus the brave and true baby face never goes wrong.
Yeah.
And with how over both of these guys are, it brought like a special something to the match.
Right.
And so like
because they're both so fucking good.
So
like,
good.
Yeah. And what they do,
yeah.
like Cody. I mean, Cody really don't have bad matches, man.
Right?
Yeah, I really don't. I really couldn't name a bad Cody Rhodes. Whoever the opponent is, whatever the PLE is, whatever it is, like the match might now. Some of them might not have been important, might not have meant shit, but. It wasn't. I can't knock the match itself.
Yeah.
In any of them.
Yeah, they're both just so versatile and well-rounded, and they know their craft. Like it's not like the whole whatever you want to say about it, whatever side you're on. It's not like a William Regal Goldberg.
Yeah.
Bro, I think Goldberg still want to put hands on William Regal to this day because
dude, I'm sure he does. Because like, I mean, that's like, bro lied on his resume,
right?
and got shown up. He got shown up.
William Regal can really go, like, and can really fight. Like shoot fight.
Yeah,
like people didn't. I don't think people knew that about, but that. William Regal was bare knuckle brawler back in the day, bro.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And I don't think people understand, like, yo, this dude will knock you the fuck out for real.
Well, I think that they were like, this is what we need out of you, Regal. And he was like, cool. Yeah. And did it to the letter of what they asked. You know, like, don't ask me to do this if you don't want me to fucking do it. I'm not here to coddle. I'm not here to baby.
Yeah.
Like, don't ask me to do it if you don't want me to fucking do it.
He didn't know what to do with that shit. Like he was like, oh my God.
Just like sort of stumbling around like a big dumb idiot.
I don't get to just come in here and jackhammer somebody real quick. Oh shit. What's going what I'm supposed to do then?
And not to take away, because like, you know what? The time, the place, the situation for Goldberg was fucking phenomenal. For success.
Yeah, and I'm not taking away. I don't want that to sound like I'm trying to light him or take away. But like but he said himself, he didn't grow up
he
you know,
knew
wanting
nothing
to
about
do
the
it.
business.
He didn't really know how to wrestle. He just
Yeah.
knew how to
He just
go
had
in
a good,
there.
yeah, he had a good look. He had a
Yep.
move set,
Yep.
and
that
that was
it.
that.
And they knew how to market that and
Yeah.
push it as a dominating presence. And
Why they tried to have a
the shit
match that
sold.
did anything other than that?
Exactly.
That's a fucking mystery.
Yeah, for real. So,
I think
yeah.
somebody somewhere higher up was like, I want to embarrass this dumb fuck.
I think that's what it
And
was.
they
I
did
kind of think
that.
that's what it was too. I think that's what it was too. And it's kind of
Somebody's
fucked up.
getting too big for his britches.
Yeah, it was kind of it was crazy. But anyway, back to the match though. Yeah, it was just a good old school, like you said, it was just a good old school showdown. Like these two guys are the best at what they do and how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's a killer. We've known that forever. And the crazy thing about Gunther is that like none of the moves that he does are new.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He does like all the moves that have been around since the beginning of wrestling time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash mouth, nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy, straight to it. And I'm just like, yo, like when he does these moves, I'm just like, man, I wouldn't want to experience that.
Right.
Like, I don't want to get chopped in the chest by them big ass hands.
Right.
I don't want to take that power bomb.
Right.
I don't want to take that drop kick in the corner.
Yeah, the Tyrannosaurus drop kick.
God damn, he looks like he's kicking the shit out of you, bro. Like people be flying into that corner. I'm like, God, like somebody gonna die. Like kick somebody in that corner and he's gonna break their neck or something. Like
they just slump over.
Yeah, like everything he does looks so solid and believable. And that's
agreed.
In these days, that's hard.
Yeah.
And because there's so much crazy flying, jumping off of shit and this and that and a million reversals and this
and that's
that.
What's kind of cool is that like in an age where you've got people going, I need to do it bigger, I need to do it better, I need to be more acrobatic, I need to do this, I need to do this.
Yeah.
Somebody like Gunther stands the fuck out because he's not doing that.
Not doing that. And he paces everything beautifully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's the methodical, like you said, he's the methodical heel, and he just knows how to like he's gonna smack you in your chest and you're gonna go down.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna walk around. He's even his interacting with the fans, like taunting the fans and shit. Like the just the arrogant, pompous shit. Like he's perfect at this shit. Like they in the crowd doing the wave, and he's like, oh yeah, fuck y'all. Like I was just like, yo, this is hilarious. Like I love it. I love it, bro.
Just his condescending nature, and
I love it,
along with the the classic, but more subtle, but like the classic, German, Austrian, Nazi-ish sort of thing. Like
without getting too deep into that, but like kind of like
just
knowing that's where
that history, everybody knows that that's where it's come from, and
right?
So
like
it's just it's just a nice slight nod.
Yep.
You don't need to be like ridiculous about it. You don't need to be like brazen and just smack us in the face with it.
Right.
But like just that nice little touch.
Right. And then I love that too, because it's just right in the background. And it doesn't bring, and it's just like you said, Derek, it's not like super forward where he's got a power bomb called the final solution or some shit.
Right, exactly.
Right. We talked about that before.
Oh my God, dude, that would be amazing.
But like it is. These two men know how to tell a story together, and and they told it beautifully. They told it so well. That's one of the reasons why Cody Rhodes is where he's at. And a lot of people don't see that. Like I see all of these like wrestling pages that talk so much dirt on Cody Rhodes about how boring he is, or about how this, that, and the other. But they don't know that he's there to tell the story. He knows how to tell a story better than just about anybody in the business right now.
It's a fact, bro. It's a fact. He's one of the best at it. Like you clearly see that's why he's champion, because he can tell the story with anybody.
Well,
anybody he gets in the ring with, he can
and that's
tell
the difference.
That story.
That's the difference, because you've got people who their sole objective is to be this character that they want to be. And
Yep.
if you do that, that's fine. Like if you want to be The Rock, that's fine.
Yep.
But
Yep.
when people go to write the stories,
Mm-hmm.
the story has to serve you.
Right.
And if
They have to write the story for you.
Yeah. If it doesn't work.
Yeah. You can't. I feel what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Like because you're so stuck into that character, you
if you're
pigeonholed
there
into it.
to serve the story,
Mm-hmm.
then everything is open. Every fucking thing opens up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you really you pigeonhole yourself into these are the types of stories we can tell because of I'm so stuck on this character and this persona.
Yeah.
But like if you're there to serve the story, man, you can fucking do anything.
Right. Absolutely. 100% agree with what you just said. That was a great point you just made. Like, yeah. And so like people just I think people disrespect Cody Rhodes a lot because they don't understand that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a bunch of I mean, and I'm not saying that we're not fucking experts, you know what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
right.
We are pretty fucking smart marks.
We kind of know what we're talking about from we watched a lot of wrestling and we know a lot of the ins and outs of it,
Like it's easy to miss that. It's easy to not understand it and chalk it up to like, oh, he's not this big bombastic character. What?
Yeah, right.
Fuck that.
Right. Yeah. No, where the fuck is, the big 6'5" swole motherfucker?
Yeah. Where's the people's elbow? Where's the fucking where's the catchphrase? Where's the eyebrow? Yeah. Where's the eyebrow raise? Where's the promo cut? Like,
like everybody don't got to do that, man.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
So anyway, but what would y'all rate the match itself?
The match for me was a 4. This match didn't need to be flashy or fast paced, but it told a really good story and it was super entertaining. I feel like Gunther should have won this. Because whatever rub this was supposed to give, Cody didn't need it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Cody is such a it's
but
like
Gunther didn't need it either. Like,
well, I mean, Gunther needs it a little more than Cody does.
I get, I can agree with that. I feel like it's it could have went either way.
I disagree. I don't think either one of them needed it. I mean, Gunther's been so dominant as a champion for so long. I'm not mad at either way. Like I didn't even make a prediction on this one because I was like, neither one of them, it doesn't hurt or help either one of them, not in a negative way, but like they're just both doing so well that it's kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you, Derek, but I also kind of agree with Eddie too.
Yeah.
I kind of feel
diplomatic motherfucker.
Yeah, suck my dick. I'm a mediator. But I kind of feel like Gunther maybe, even though he has been dominant, like you said, Derek, I do feel like Cody is still kind of looked at more so as one of the guys. Like I still think Roman is the guy, but Cody is like they're almost like 1A, 1B kind of.
Right.
And I think Gunther is like one tier, maybe like one small tier of lower than that at this point.
Right.
So I do think that, and like you said, either way, I don't think it would have really mattered, but I think Gunther could have used it just a little bit more. And also the reason I'm saying that is because that's more fuel for him to use as a heel, as a shit talking, arrogant, pompous ass German boy, to use to say, oh, I beat everybody loves Cody Rhodes and I beat his ass at Crown Jewel. So
my only rebuttal to that would just be the constant disrespect that Cody Rhodes gets. Because with that, I could argue that Cody Rhodes needed it more because Gunther is so universally, ubiquitously just not just accepted but lauded. And so to me, if we're gonna look at it from a WWE universe and wrestling pundits perspective, I would say Cody Rhodes maybe needed it a little more because he's still the one that people are like dismissive of.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a good point.
You're not wrong about that either. You're not wrong about that either. But yeah, either way, it could have went either way. Yeah, you make a good point. You make a valid point, Derek, right there. So
I know.
yeah, okay, shut up. Anyway, I'm gonna agree with you too, Eddie. I'm gonna give that match a 4. I mean, we just had a whole conversation about the reasons why. They delivered. They did. It was a good main event, good old school, just classic heel versus the baby face, and they both did what they do best, and they both can work with anyone in the business, and it could be great. And I mean, there was really no way to lose here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I saw this, like this was happening, I was like, there's no way to lose here. Like even when they was it this past WrestleMania or the not WrestleMania, sorry, Royal Rumble, where they kind of teased this happening at some point?
I think so.
Well, I can't remember if it was this year's or last year's, but
I think they had interactions at both.
You might be right. You might be right about that. But when I saw that, I was like, this will slap one day.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe literally because Gunther just slapping the shit out of people. But but yeah, this will be this will be a great match one day. When however it goes down, I want to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, they delivered, man. And I wouldn't mind seeing this again at some point. And I'm sure we will. I'm sure in a year, maybe somewhere down the line, we could see this again. So
yeah,
and I think
they could take one of the belts off of one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. This could be a whole rivalry, and every match would be nasty. And I mean, there's no losing there. No losing.
I would also give it a 4. I mean, the pacing on both of their parts was just chef's kiss. I mean, it was just absolute perfection. I really, really enjoyed the Cody Rhodes, hit me, come on, hit me. Like that was just
I like that.
old school fun, man. Like that. And it was none of it felt derivative or rehashing of yesteryear. Like it even though it was just like so old school, it didn't feel reused or not fresh. Like it was just I could have watched an hour of that.
Yeah, agreed.
I agree with that.
Give me an Iron Man match between those two.
Oh,
oh my God. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sick.
Yeah.
That shit would be, the roof would blow off the place, bro.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That shit would be crazy.
Yep.
Right? Jesus.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I mean, you could, okay. I want these two to have a series of every style of match, like fucking Iron Man match, fucking hardcore match, fucking Falls Count Anywhere match.
Shit.
Just
bro,
run the gamut of like some of the biggest matches.
Bro, what if they brought back the 3 stages of hell?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'd be down as fuck.
Bro, if them in that situation, oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
That shit would go up. And they've only ever done like maybe 2 or 3 of those.
Yeah, ever. And you know what? Just to bring back a little like fun shit from Ready to Rumble, have DDP ref it. Why the fuck not?
Why not? And DDP is the shit too. Like, he'd be around.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah,
that would be dope as shit.
That shit would be crazy. Yeah, possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So now we come to the end of the PLE. What would you guys say was your favorite moment from all of it?
I guess I would say it happened in the U.S. Championship, the LA Knight, Andrade and Carmelo Hayes match when he did that double elbow. Double elbow was sick, man.
That
Like
double
I
elbow
was just like,
was
yo,
super dope.
and it was just like, I think that him doing that is just like further showing like LA Knight like as the talent that he is, like
Yep.
He's that dude.
yeah, it just made
Absolutely.
like him doing that made him look like that dude.
Yeah.
It's just like
Exactly.
and I think it just further solidifies him and what he's doing and this fucking crazy, roller coaster that he's on and the momentum that he has. And because the people, when he did that, the people went stupid. Like, like if you were paying attention to the crowd, like people went crazy when he did that.
Oh yeah.
And that's what it's about. Like if you get them reactions from the fans, that's like the most important thing. Like there's motherfuckers in the past that couldn't even fucking Hulk Hogan trash ass couldn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was trash at wrestling. Like if you really like look at the matches, I mean, besides ones in Japan and shit, he was a different Hulk Hogan then.
Yeah.
But, like the matches in the like some of the matches, like the actual wrestling in the matches was ass.
Yeah.
But the reaction, as soon as he did that fucking,
Hulk up.
fucking looking up at people and shit, like, no, you can't do anything. It's like as soon as the fucking crowd is losing their shit. And that's what sells the tickets.
Right.
That's what gets the people to buy PLEs.
Yep.
That's what makes the money generate.
Yep.
And seeing him do that is just like, dog, like this guy is he's a generator, man.
Oh yeah.
If you become a money generator in the company, it's like it's over.
Yep.
It's over. Like
I mean, look at Ultimate Warrior. That man could do nothing. And he was so huge and has left an indelible mark on wrestling.
Right.
Just because of that little image,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So I would say that's mine.
I would say for me, just because, again, I've not watched for the last couple months or however long it's been because fuck Hulu. But like, so for me, like I went into this not knowing anything that was going on. And so to see Jay come out with, not just come out, but to also reconnect with Jimmy and do some of those tag team moves, that fucking tickled the shit out of me, dude. I was so stoked about that.
I was hyped. I was hyped for that too.
That was dope as fuck. That was like it right off the bat, but it was like my highlight.
Yeah. Cool.
Jay is on fire, man. Like, his entrance coming through the crowd, like, and getting them all to turn up like that, like that shit is amazing. It looks amazing on camera, and that shit that's also selling tickets right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the crowd, I know the crowd can't wait to do that when he comes out there.
Yep.
So
I mean, even Michael Cole can't wait to do that.
Hell yeah, Michael Cole is the shit.
His awkward ass.
Hell yeah, Michael Cole is the shit, bro. I don't know why, but I'm yeeting.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm doing it.
Are you ready, Corey? Are you ready to yeet with me?
It's like fucking Talladega Nights. I don't know what it is, but I love
it. Yeah. My favorite moment was the interactions during the interruptions during Nia and Liv. Like those were super entertaining, and they weren't a lot. Like everybody got their little bit of movement, and then
like overbearing.
Yeah. Like it wasn't part of like the entire match, but they were very entertaining, and it helped kind of move that story along.
Hell yeah.
Agreed for sure. I gotta one more thing. I gotta talk about fuking Corey Graves' crazy ass, bro.
Oh my god,
that dude is wild as hell. He said I think he was talking about maybe, well, I think it was in the U.S. Championship match. I think that's what it was when he was slamming. I think LA Knight was slamming Carmelo's head on the announce table.
Mhm.
Corey Graves was like, "It's like, man, he's gonna end up looking like the Dwayne Wade statue."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "Dog, have y'all seen that statue?"
Yes, yeah.
That shit was terrible. And Dwayne Wade approved that shit.
What?
He
Funny.
approved it, dog. I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing to yourself?
Have
That's
some
so funny.
self-respect.
Like, did you like you looked at you in the face like that and was like, oh yeah,
No,
put it out there.
That's me. That looks like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I was like,
that tracks.
yo. And for him to reference that, like,
That's too
he's
funny.
pretty smart and pretty in tune with what was going on, you know. And
Corey Graves is fucking hilarious.
I gotta give it to that dude, man. He's funny as hell.
All right.
He must have thought of that like as soon as he saw that statue.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like,
He's like, I'm using
yeah,
that.
dude, I'm gonna bring
using
this
that.
up the next time.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to do that shit, bro. That was funny.
He was holding on to that for a minute.
Yes, sir.
So now we come to our full PLE rating. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. What do you guys think of the PLE as a whole?
I would give the PLE as a whole, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. The last 2 matches, the US Championship match and the main event, kind of saved it for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything before that was just kind of mid.
Yeah.
Being honest, like everything else was just whatever. Like I didn't really care about it that much. Like I mean, I did care about the bloodline, the new bloodline versus the OG bloodline, but that didn't deliver at all like I thought it would. You know, Sammy coming down there was predictable. We knew that was gonna happen. I don't know. We'll see what. I mean, I feel like I know what's coming. Is they're setting it up for War Games, but yeah, I was disappointed in that. You know,
They
nothing
better
else
deliver
really.
at War Games though.
They have to. They have to. Like if they don't deliver at War Games, bro, like
Ugh.
it's gonna.
They should just stop right then and move on to other.
They have
shit.
to. They
Like,
gotta cut it off. They gotta cut the
Yeah.
water off because it's not playing out like it's supposed to play out.
mm-mm.
Like there's so much history and this is family and this is all this shit. It's like if this don't turn into a mega classic, memorable situation at War Games, it's
Just
a
leave
dud.
it.
It's a dud, bro.
Yeah.
So
It's the jewelry. I'm telling you, it's because of the jewelry.
the trinkets.
It's
bro.
the trinkets. It's
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
like the Brady Bunch when they had that like I don't remember what it was, but like this trinket that was bad luck. Like that's what it is. Quit it.
Right. It's a monkey paw.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, 3.5 on the whole thing. A lot of stuff could have been executed better, but the last 2 matches was great, and I can be okay with that. For Super Showdown, Greatest Royal Rumble, Crown Jewel, Crown Royal Bag, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. The Saturday Super Show.
Saturday Super Show, bro. Oh my god, they're just killing me with these Saudi pay-per-views, man.
Yeah.
Or PLEs.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But
yeah.
So for me, and I'm strictly basing this off of
Just
because I saw the first match and then a bit of the beginning of the women's match, which I had already because I was there waiting for my dude, waiting for my barber, and so I had seen the first bit of the women's match and had already mentally fucking checked out. And then came in at the end of the LA night, the US match, and then seen the final match. And it kind of sounds, from everything that y'all are saying, it sounds pretty representative of the show as a whole. Like it was just this bookend of like, meh. And hey, that was pretty cool. Um, so
Yeah.
like that sounds like the entire experience encapsulated. So yeah, I'll roll with the 3.5 myself.
Okay.
Yep.
I also gave this a 3.5. The matches for me were very mid, even for like a Saudi show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I was hoping for a banger match between Randy and KO,
Yeah.
and was super disappointed with what happened.
Big
The
letdown.
the triple threat Nia and Liv and Cody versus Gunther were like really the only matches that really caught my attention and made me pop.
Yeah.
I really want to give these Saudi Arabia PLEs a shot, but
Right.
every year they overhype and underdeliver.
You know,
Oh, it's
I was
so
wondering,
true, bro. It's
I
so
was
true.
wondering what, because I mean, I was trying to sort of figure out my idea of like maybe why this is happening. And you know, I I gotta feel like it's not the fault of the wrestlers. I feel like, I mean, they get there, don't have a chance to recover from traveling, and then have to perform right then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
you're
like
right.
that's a recipe for
Yeah.
success.
Right.
I know the traveling is brutal getting
Like
over
they're
there.
fucking lagged as fuck, and then gotta go, all right, well, let's do the
Yeah.
best show we
Yeah.
can do.
Right.
But the thing about it is, which and of course I don't know all the ins and outs, but I know that Saudi got that bread, dog.
Yeah. Well,
And
and that's the other thing too.
they pay for a lot of WWE's advertisements
Hmm.
and shit like that. And as long as that's happening, which will probably be till the end of time,
Mhm.
Hmm.
this type of shit is gonna happen.
And I don't feel like the Saudi people that are paying for the shit care. I feel like
Right.
as long as
No,
there's
yeah,
a show, that's all.
yep,
Like, and so to me, that's the other thing I was thinking too is like, you know how there are actors that'll be like, hey, I'm gonna do a film that I really, really care about and have a lot of emotional investment in, and then I'll do one that's just for money. And you know, like I
right,
feel like the
right,
Saudi shows are the ones that are like, you know what, we don't really care about this. None of us involved really care about this, and this is just for the money
yeah.
and that
That's a
recognition.
good
Like
point.
that's all this is. It's
Good point.
Yeah.
fine,
That's a
you
good
know.
point. Something to do on a Saturday in Saudi.
Yeah,
Yep.
like WWE is like, we're getting paid a fuckload of money to do this, so we're just
Yep,
gonna do it.
yep.
And
And
Saudi's like,
however,
we just
whatever
want a
happens,
show
happens.
here.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. I'm
we
with
don't
you.
care the quality of it. Like, so no one from either side seems to really be concerned about how these PLEs, these Saudi PLEs are going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't think it's
yeah.
gonna get better.
You got a good point on that. What you think, Eddie?
I think so. I think that that could be a major contributor to all of it. That
Yeah.
it's just all money. It's all, you
Hmm.
know, just to
Yeah.
get that buck, just to get that Saudi bag and dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
wrestlers
Yeah.
care enough. I mean, they want to give a good performance, but like I say, they're
Yeah.
fucking probably
Yeah.
lagged out of their
Yeah.
brains and
Yeah.
just
Yeah. It might not be entirely. Yeah, you make a good point, Derek. It might not be entirely their fault, man. Like they might be coming out there, knowing the
yeah,
circumstances, trying to do the
doing their
best they
best.
can, and sometimes this shit might fall short. Like
Yeah.
because I know if they do a show out here in the states, travel is not nearly as
Yeah.
rigorous, and the schedules are not crazy you know like it would have been in the 90s, so they got time to
Mhm.
get their rest and get do what they need to do
Yeah.
to prepare, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, because I
I'm
mean,
sure it's a different case going over there.
because think about it, like you're doing a Friday show, and there's a difference between going to Madison Square Garden or you know, somewhere
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
anywhere
yeah, yeah,
stateside.
yeah, yeah,
There's a difference between going from a Friday show to some arena in the US and going from a Friday show to fucking Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And then immediately gearing up and trying to perform. Like, that's gotta be rough, man.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta be slamming a bunch of 5-hour energies and just hoping for the best. Like,
right. No, I can get that for sure.
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that concludes our review. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think in the comments, whether you agree with us, whether you don't. Just interact with us, and we'll be replying to y'all when we see you. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation of Podcast.
On X and Instagram at Nerd Corp Podcast.
And you can check us out on TikTok at Nerd Corp Podcast. Since you're watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell icon. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that is our best outlet to do so. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcorp podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. So from all of us here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you, we love you, and keep it nerdy, y'all.
Peace.
Deuces. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey.